See this here cup of coffee? This flat white, as it's known, $6. You know what else I got from Starbucks with this coffee? A fuck ton of attitude. Why? Because it didn't tip. I had $6 on me. I felt like I wanted to have a flat white. And then I get humiliated by some jackass at the till. You know, this tip culture, it's killing me. You know, counter service, tip culture. I don't know. I think that Starbucks staff should take their attitude straight up to Starbucks head office or whoever, corporation or whatever. $6 for a cup of coffee, you multiply that by 30, I'm there every day. Typically I get an Americano, so it's $4.50 in that vicinity. But today I felt like having a flat white, so there wasn't much room. And typically I pay cash, so there wasn't there much margin for a tip. But, you know, I don't appreciate feeling like I'm being humiliated in a room, in a store full of people. That's sad. That's pathetic. You know, I'm picking up the coffee. I'm taking it out. You want me to tip on top of it? It's like this other Thai place I go to downtown. The guy's minimum tip is 15%, goes up to 25% on his little database thing there. You don't give him a tip, you get tons of attitude. I'm bitching. I'm making a video about tip culture, the creepy little tip culture they got going on. And the humiliation you have to endure if you don't tip. You would think I went to Caesar's Steakhouse and had a dinner and, you know, and it was flambéed at my table or something, you know? For fuck's sake. Good God. I should have turned around and said something, you know. That's just the problem with being passive. I should have just said, you know, like, you don't ask me that when I walk away and leave, like, you know, 75 cents. Why would you do that to me in a whole room full of people? Like, good God. That's like $150, $200 a month, Tom. You know, sometimes even more, because I'm in there twice getting those icy drinks. You know? It's not enough. You don't get that attitude at Tim Hortons, a fucking $2 coffee at Tim Hortons. You know, nobody's like looking in your eyes, piercing your soul for a tip.
You can't even tip.
You know?
There's no tipping at Timmy's. No tip at all.
Oh, I know. When did we start tipping counter service?
I know.
And then that Thai place, dirty counter service. You know? Dirty fucking place.
Yeah.
Dirty fucking counters. I gotta pick up my food. I gotta take it to my seat if I'm gonna eat there, which grosses me out to eat there. Sit on your dirty fucking counter, and you're gonna, you know, create attitude because you didn't get your 15%? Are you fucking stupid? You know what? You know what they should do with those tip things and those change things? Is they should give it to charity is what they should do. Then it might make sense to me to be tipping counter service, you know? Fuck that with Starbucks, you know? We have a saying in our country where, how do we say it? You spend your money, you get humiliated spending your hard-earned money is what's going on.
Yeah.
By a bunch of bozos.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that guy at that Asian place, I saw it with my own eyes, Tom. Like, that guy is making easy $1,000 a day in tips.
And
easy.
He owns the place.
And, yeah, and it's dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty, man. And I choose to eat there, right? But it's, the bottom line is fucking dirty. You know?
Well, the counters are cleaned a couple times a day.
A couple times a day?
Maybe.
The guy does like 500 covers in there in 10 hours, and Jesus Christ, I just can't believe it. Anyway. Yeah, I don't like to get mad with my first cup of coffee, you know? Like, good God. Yeah, they gotta shut that tip culture down. This isn't, you know...
It's crazy, man.
What?
It's just gone crazy.
Well, it really has.
First thing that comes up on the debit card machine is tip. Not your bill, not your, tip first, and then we'll tell you how much you owe. Or we'll let you pay for your actual bill.
I've been going to that Starbucks for almost a year. I should have turned around and said something. I really should have. I should have put that she-man in her place. His place. Whatever it is.
Was it Ash?
Yeah. Good God. I should ask them if they want to tip me. I should ask them for a discount. Loyal customer discount. How about that?
You get a discount if you get on the app.
Yeah. So we can spam your ass all day.
I'm not on the app, so
Yeah, exactly.
Pay cash, so throw me a free coffee once in a while. I might throw you a tip once in a while.
I got on their app. That girl set it up for me, that girl that works there. I got nothing but email, and it's like, go away, I don't like my phone.
I won't go on Timmy's app. It's the only way you get discounts and get points and get on their contests when they have their contests. You got to be on the app now. Remember you used to have roll up the rim? You don't roll up the rim anymore. Now you got to do it.
There's no more roll up the rim?
It's all on the app. Still have a similar game, but you got to be on the app or you can't participate. And then when you're on your app, then you got to put up with all their spam shit.
So I got to, for a person who eats out a lot, I got to tip at Starbucks. Then I got to tip at Subway, or I got to tip at the Thai place, or I got to tip at, any fast food, everywhere in that first fucking market. Remember what happened when I didn't tip in there?
I just hit skip. I skip it. Skip. And then if I want to tip, I'll pull out a little bit of change and put it in the jar. If I want to tip, I won't put it on the fucking card.
They don't give you attitude when you do that? They don't give you the side eye?
Because usually I pull out a bit of coin, right? I'll tip what I want, right? 25 cents to 75 cents or whatever. Maybe $1 on something, but I gotta go 15%. I'm not doing percentage, man. Fuck off.
I know, 15%, Tom.
Unless you got 5, 10, and 15. If it starts at 15, that's like, fuck you. That's top. That's the top I'll ever tip is 15%. That's the max I'll ever tip. I've never had a service that's better than 15% worth, ever. So
I'm gonna start making coffee at home. I don't know why I don't in the first place.
They gotta put in, if they put in 5%, I might use it, but if it starts at 15, then
I wonder if they tip. You know what I mean? Like, they're acting like they tip, like they're heavy tippers themselves. Like, yeah, it really is.
Be a pain in the ass.
It's a really uncomfortable feeling, and when you're catching attitude.
Oh,
know it, So fuck you, Starbucks. End of my video. Fuck you and your tip culture.